So, Young Mustard made a video called 5 of the most overrated players in the NBA. This should go crazy.
I'm excited. Honey Mustard.
My last video, I talked about the most underrated players in the NBA, and I got some good feedback from y'all, pretty positive vibes in the comment section. But I'm sure in this video, as always, when I make these kind of overrated videos about players, I'm gonna get some emotional and some negative reactions in the comments this time as opposed to the last video. But that's just how sports fans are. They love it when you praise their favorite players, and they hate when you criticize the others. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I need to get in my social packet bag, bro. Your intro is way too long, Mustard. Shorten that shit, bro. God.
Come on, content king. You been around longer than me, man. 30 seconds. 30 seconds tops. Get into the video. You got your punchlines in. Now you talking about liking the video. I don't want to like it no more, honey. I don't. I was about to like it. Nah. Now I'm hitting the dislike button that you can't see. Simple. You gotta do better.
Let's get things started with the first player on the list, and we have Miles Turner of the Indiana Pacers. Now,
I'm not mad at that.
Across the NBA
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
On the defensive side of the ball, though he is a great shot blocker, he's not an elite post defender by any means. He's relatively average, and he struggles against a lot of physicality in the post. And then you factor in his rebounding, and he's not much of a factor at all. The Pacers have been very fortunate to have Domantas Sabonis over the past couple of years to give them a presence on the glass, because Miles Turner is not going to be that presence at all. He's never averaged double-digit rebounds in his life, and actually I'll go a step further to say he's never even averaged 8 rebounds in his career. And as far as his offense goes, he's not much of a scorer because he's not putting the ball on the floor, he's not creating his own shot in the post, he doesn't have a post game, he can't put the ball on the floor, he's not playmaking. And then as far as his three-point shot is concerned, because everybody likes to say, oh, he's a stretch 5, he can at least space the floor. No, he's not really that much of a floor spacer. For starters, if you just look at the raw percentages, Miles Turner is not even shooting league average in most of these seasons. His career three-point.
Hey, bro, you sound like Kristaps Porzingis without a J.
Yo, come on, man. All right. See, this is why they hate us. This is why they hate us. We call them overrated, they take it on the chin, and we call them KP without a shot. And I was like, wow.
Okay, not without a shot, but KP without the wonderful. Just KP with less of a bag. KP with less of a bag, bro.
A bagless KP is so.
Hey, KP barely got a bag, bro. He got like a little satchel already.
KP with a Ziploc. Yeah, KP with a Ziploc is wild, bruh.
Turner is not a consistent three-point shooter, and even if you watch the games and you want to go by the eye test, oh, they're at least guarding him, well, no, you're wrong. They actually leave him open, and there's a reason for that. If you're a stretch big in the NBA, you have to actually provide the spacing. You have to actually have people guarding you and defending you, and Miles Turner, genuinely speaking, does not do that. The numbers and the tape backs that up, and the fact that people believe he's this crazy trade asset that's gonna make anybody who goes to a #1 contender, I just firmly disagree.
When it comes to Miles Turner, bro, look, I get it. He's a 3-and-D at the 5 type shit. I understand that's the vibe, but honestly, bro, maybe 3-and-D players as a whole are starting to become a smidge overrated, but even if you don't believe that, his 3-and-D is a little bit gas, bro. If he's not a person that you want in a pick and roll situation consistently, if he's not a low block lockdown defender consistent enough in an era where bigs are resurging and his 3-point shot isn't great enough to say he checks off the boxes of being a 3-and-D player who can play the 5, 100% is true, but people treat him like he goes for fringe all-stars, perennial all-stars sometimes, even if you had a first, and that it's just equal value, and it's not. Miles Turner, I fuck with Miles Turner heavy. I've even called for Miles Turner to be a Laker in terms of dream scenarios before, so I know his value, I know what he can do, but some people do drag it a little bit.
The Celtics actually got a lot of backlash for not signing Miles Turner, but honestly, looking back, I think we needed him, especially with Robert Williams becoming who he is. It's cool, bro. It's cool.
Like, put it this way, everybody, for those who think I just hit my head and lost my shit for the 3-and-D take, which I'm willing to down that hot take, is Robert Williams significantly, if at all, a worse defender than Miles Turner? Because that's kind of what you're getting, except truthfully, I'd argue Robert's the better defender, and then the shooting, I would argue Robert's a better finisher inside than Miles Turner. I think we will all agree on that. So you're talking about the shooting gap, and while the shooting gap is there 100%, Miles Turner he's not a knock. He got the shot, but he's not auto from there enough where I'm like, anybody who says I'm taking Robert Williams, I'm really tripping about.
Also Rob's passing game is A little underrated.
Yeah, Rob, yeah, underrated passer as well. Like the fact that they're comparable and Rob's nowhere near the level of a shooter is my point.
But let's move on to the next player on this list, and we have Domantas Sabonis, former teammate of Miles Turner on the Indiana Pacers, now on the Sacramento Kings. Domantas Sabonis is definitely, without a doubt, one of the best bigs in the league. I'm not going to take that away from him. He is a
Tyrese is next as well.
26 years old yet. And this year, he was actually having a very productive season if you're just looking at the raw numbers, averaging 19 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists, shooting 58% from the field and 73% at the free throw line. It's no surprise why he's held in high regard among the league's best big men. But the reason I had to put him on this list is because I'm seeing a lot more people try to justify this Sabonis to Sacramento trade by looking at his numbers in all-star selections. And I genuinely don't understand why people don't get that he's not worth giving up a young player in Tyrese Halliburton that's already averaging 20 and 10 damn near for the Indiana Pacers. And that's not to say Sabonis is bad. He's good, but he's not worth that because you can't win that much with Sabonis as a focal part of your team, whether he's the number 1 or number 2 option. Sabonis in Indiana was protected by having Miles Turner playing the 5. Though they didn't have the best point of attack defenders, having that kind of help in your front court is definitely going to shield off your defensive weaknesses. And Sabonis has a lot of them. He cannot defend the 3-point line or the perimeter whatsoever, so on switches he's cooked. Then as far as in the paint, he's strong, but he's not going to stop anyone in the post. The only positives I can really bring for Sabonis on the defensive side of the ball is his rebounding, and that is a huge positive, but it is not enough to overshadow all of the negatives he brings on the defensive side of the ball. Then you throw in the fact that he's not spacing the floor, whether from the mid-range or the 3-point line, and that's a recipe for disaster, because the Kings are obviously trying to win now with De'Aaron Fox on this max contract. And all the
That's my problem with that trade, bro. They made that trade in the sense of like, let's go all in on De'Aaron Fox. Let's bring in Domantas Sabonis. Look, Domantas Sabonis is a fine player. Like Mustard said, just because we're saying he's overrated doesn't mean he's trash, this, that, and the third. But like, if that's your push to giving De'Aaron the help he needs, it's not cutting it. I'm not gonna lie. Next season, they might be a playing team. Season after, they might be a playing team again. And I wouldn't be surprised. And if that's
our time to push with De'Aaron,
y'all should have kept Tyrese, for real. Also, y'all could have traded De'Aaron, kept Tyrese, have Domantas Sabonis, and y'all still would have been ended up in the same place with a better future. That's just me, though.
Benji just stole my point. I was going to say, I think the issue with even Mustard's take, to be honest, is to call him overrated because of the people trying to look at the positive sides of the trade. I'd actually say I wouldn't call him overrated for that reason. I just think the Kings are dumb. I would have been like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We're paying Fox. We're not paying Tyrese. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Fox, get the fuck up on out of here. And let's see what happens with Sabonis and Tyrese. I feel like they traded the wrong one, but I don't know how I feel about it because a year ago, Sabonis and Fox, they had a nice season last year. So we'll see what's up next season, but I'm with Bezos in the sense of even if they both perform at that level, first round exit, and we know it. So I don't know what this is. Maybe this is a crawl before you walk situation. You got a lot of signings if you think Fox and Sabonis gonna get something done. And truthfully, signings got to be better than Fox and Sabonis. I'm not gonna hold you.
Sabonis is not a floor spacer or defender, and look around the NBA. How many contenders or even playoff teams that have bigs that can't shoot and defend? As far as the contenders, I can't think of any, and as far as the lower seeded teams, the only one I can think of is Toronto, but they have Siakam who can do both, shoot and defend. Sabonis is a good player. Like I said, I will repeat again, he's not trash, but he's not impactful enough to be your number 1 or number 2 option, especially if you
not gonna lie, I get cooked for Sabonis comments, bro. I would. I ain't saying all this.
Run, that's just not going to happen, especially when
niggas know they don't watch Kings games. Stop playing with me.
John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks.
We all know he ain't all that though.
John Collins, I've talked about this.
I'm not even trying to disagree with him.
I just genuinely believe he is not improving at all. I mean, when you look at his career, he's had moments where he's improved as a jump shooter, but ever since about his 3rd year in the league,
is he wrong though?
He's a great lob threat that can occasionally space the floor, but that's about it. He's not creating his own shot consistently. He's not much of a playmaker, and on the defensive side of the ball, I would say average at best.
Are people gassing John Collins though?
Yeah, that's the issue.
There's anything wrong with that, but for the Atlanta Hawks to pay him all the money that they've paid him this past offseason, $125 million over the next 5 years to be exact.
I don't think he's overrated though. Because he's not talked about. I just don't think nobody's over here gassing John Collins nowadays, or at least I hope not. If I'm wrong, then shit, muster my fault. Even if they were, for the sake of contract reasons, I've always been against it. I don't know how you feel, Benjamin. I don't think players can be overrated because of their contract. I think there's several variables that tie into a player's money that gets them paid. And I think youth, playability with Trae Young factored into his contract. I don't think it was just, we think John Collins is worth however much he's making. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, Mustard definitely knows like one person who's gassing John Collins, and he just wanted to include it in the video. Like for
Probably.
Yo, do you know how much in the trenches you have to be to find a group of people overrating John Collins, bro? Hey, you must be in that Atlanta Hawks Discord, bro. The real ATL fans. The real ATL fans.
Hey, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. The real ATL, nigga. Yeah.
Speaking of guys on big contracts, that leads into our next player, Andrew Wiggins. Now look, Michael Jordan has had offensively, he's actually pretty efficient from 3 this year and last year as opposed to recent years in his career.
Better.
Also,
yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If Andrew Wiggins did not become more efficient from 3, nah, bro. Nah, it's raps. It's raps.
What's wrong with you today?
I'm just saying, bro.
Fucking better.
Yo, you're around Stephen Curry, Mr. Gravity himself, created gravity himself, bro. Hey, you're still shooting 31%, bro? Nah, you gotta go. You gotta go for real. But he did improve, so you know.
And because of his efforts, he was rewarded with an all-star starter selection. And honestly, man, that's really where my problem with Andrew Wiggins begins. Because I think a lot of people just look at Andrew Wiggins being on the Golden State Warriors, and he
how many times you think Mustard took
wrong, and they just...
They get the chuckle right. Let me say it again.
Motherfucking audacity was like, I don't really like this one. No.
Motherfucker think he's Hov, bro. It's your boy Hova. Alright, Mustard. Alright, bro. You got it.
Honestly, looking back on it now, he shouldn't have even been an all-star. He shouldn't have been a starter over Rudy Gobert, and replacing him, it could have easily been somebody like an Anthony Edwards. And if you want someone that contributes to winning, because I guess we have to factor that in these days, then go with Jaren Jackson Jr. And I know a lot of K-pop and Warriors fans are gonna get mad at me for saying this, but let's be honest, he's somewhat of a product of Draymond Green. Because as of late, Wiggins has been horrible, especially since the All-Star break. Over his last 14 games since February, Wiggins is averaging 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists on disgusting
35?
shooting splits of 40% from the field, 35% from 3, and 35%
yeah, I know y'all don't care about free throws, chat, but god damn.
5% free throw shooting. And not only has his offensive production gone down, but even defensively, he's not producing at the level he was earlier in the year or even last year. It's very obvious that the Draymond Green effect, it's worn off a bit. And sure, it's gonna come back later in the season, but I just wanted to let you guys know he is a product of Draymond. The Curry gravity definitely helps, but man, my goodness, the Warriors turned him into so good of a player, people thought he was worthy of an all-star selection.
So regarding the all-star selection, a factor of that was the injuries, because I believe the main candidates that honestly truly should have been an all-star starter were Paul George and Kawhi, and they weren't playing. Another name probably would have been like Anthony Davis. Another one probably would have been Zion, honestly, if he was healthy. But yeah, injuries did play a part in that. But even then, listen, the Rudy Gobert hate, yeah, I don't even know if Sage is going to agree with this, but that shit was going crazy, bro. The fact that it got to a point where everyone's like, all right, I'd rather see Wiggins instead of Rudy Gobert as an all-star starter. Crazy. But even if you want to ignore that, I still don't know why Cat didn't start over Andrew Wiggins, because I believe Cat actually counted as a front court player, and everyone just wanted to ignore that.
But I will never forget the day. Warriors fans, your time is coming. I never forgot this day. I just simply asked Twitter. I was making a vid, bro. And I was like, yo, who is the one guy that barely doesn't deserve to be in the All-Star game? Wasn't saying nobody's name, just genuine question. The flooded comments of pre-Wiggins slander. Here we go, Wiggins slander. Y'all used to love him. Now we have him in a video talking about him being overrated. Now he's averaging 13 points, shooting average from the 3, and historically bad from the free throw line. On top of those things, I don't hear a lot of Wiggins every day now, but I remember in February, he was everybody's favorite player. Everybody loved Andrew Wiggins, but now I don't hear his name unless he's overrated. Now, that's real crazy how life can change like that. So all I'm saying is, y'all got your little award. He got the All-Star game. I don't even care about the All-Star game enough outside of players' contract. So if it ends up holding somebody in the future, oh, we're gonna have a problem. But cool, whatever. I just want to see how the rest of this season goes on to see how if y'all really still rock with Maple Jordan for real. Because it was a lot of bullshit about Wiggins months ago. I want to see if y'all still really rock with him hard, bro.
And you know what, bro? Since we're here, he's still a bust.
Oh, we're doing it? Oh, we're doing it? Oh, yeah. Because people thought I was calling him a bust. Man, in the tweet, bro. Again, all I did was ask questions. People thought I was calling him a bust. People thought I was about to slander him. They thought a Wiggins hate vid was coming out. No. I ain't had nothing to say about that motherfucker at all. But if we keeping it hot, even with the All-Star selection, if he was playing that good until today, he'd still technically be a bust, considering a bust is what's expectation. I don't know about you. Not near Maple Jordan, bro. He's just not. I don't know about you. He's not near Maple Jordan. He was an all-star. Congratulations. It took him, what, 6, 7 seasons? Maybe 8? How many seasons have he been in the league?
8, 9?
Something around that. Yeah, something around that time period. He makes one all-star game, and now he's no longer a bust considering what his expectations were? Really? I'm not saying he's a dog shit player even right now. Playing dog shit, but I don't think he's a dog shit player. But in terms of being a bust, bro, come the fuck on. Just because he put on a blue and yellow jersey didn't change that. Stop.
Moving on to the final player of this list, the one that I know is going to
LaMelo.
fall the most, we have LaMelo
I gotta
Ball.
hear this.
Now look, I'm a fan of LaMelo Ball, but when I criticize him in this video, trust me, I'm just only applying it to this season in particular. And the way that I believe people are gassing him up over certain players that I believe are just playing better than him this year is...
Oh my God, Mustard. You know what? Comment section won't even get this, bro. But you're on Darius Garland's dick still, bro.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Get out of Twitter Spaces.
Get off Twitter Spaces, bro. Not a lot of people are overrating LaMelo Ball, bro.
Many people would acknowledge DG's having a better year than Melo. No,
I know he's talking about DG, bro. I know you, Mustard.
This is not a popular thing. Predictions below. Lock it in. He mentions Darius Garland in the segment. Lock it. I'm locked.
Am I saying LaMelo isn't a good player? No. He's obviously a solid player, but I think there are a lot of holes in his game in comparison to other players better than him that people just don't talk about. For starters, looking at the raw numbers, of course, he's a solid, impactful player of 20 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds,
Solid.
but people
Like a
just
good young
ignore
point
the
guard.
efficiency, or should I say lack of it, in his game. He's shooting below 42%.
Wait. He's shooting 36% from the line? No way that's true.
Yeah, shooting.
No way, bro. Hold on.
Wait, what?
No way, bro. No way.
All right, hold on.
I gotta double check. Mustard! You're fake news! He's shooting 87% from the line, bro. Fake news.
Why are you lying to us, Mustard? You like
Agenda
that,
pushing
man?
is crazy, bro.
That's crazy. You telling me that there's some xenophobia here? Because some y'all get...
I'm about to say LaMelo is from Chino Hills. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I had to, bro. All they do, once you mention agenda, I just think of that shit, bro. I just think of that shit instantly, bro.
Yo.
Nah,
Motherfuckers pulling the xenophobia card for LaMelo just because he played in fucking Australia, bro.
You just got to, bro. Once your agenda push, you just gotta run with it, bro. That should be funny. It's a serious thing, though. All bullshit aside.
He's not efficient everywhere else outside of the three-point line, and he's not even getting to the free throw line that often to even counteract that. LaMelo is a below average shooter at the rim with 53%. In the paint, in the non-restricted area, it's 41%.
I don't do it in my bids,
in the
but it's hard
mid-range
to tell me
area,
this
it's
motherfucker suck while he
39%.
out
Those
here
are not
dogging
percentages that beam high with efficiency. And then you factor in the defensive side of the ball, and that's really where the main gripes come in. He's not a good defender in any way, shape, or form yet. And
yeah, I'm about to say, these are some nasty highlights.
And all of that stuff to become a good defender in the future, but right now he's not there. And it's been a big weakness of a Charlotte Hornets team that's one of the worst defensive teams in
but he is not playing
basketball.
defense,
And the
and
fact
it's
that people
weird. I get
believe that he should have been an all-star when you have somebody like Drew Holiday who's just playing better than him is insane. And it isn't just the Drew disrespect. I'm even seeing others saying he's better than DeJounte Murray. Curry, and I'm
Here
sorry,
it comes.
he's just not. He's not a top 10 point guard, and something needs to be said for producing on both ends of the court.
Say it.
That's something that guys like Drew and DeJounte can do while also being efficiently offensively, or should I say Drew can, because DeJounte's a little inefficient himself. But my point still stands. Lamelo Ball is not that great of a shot creator. He's limited offensively as a scorer, and defensively he pales in comparison to a lot of point guards that people believe he's better than already, and trust me, he's not. I believe one day he's gonna get there. He may become a top 10 player in the league, but as of right now, stop gassing him up into conversations that he doesn't belong in.
He's just being too many basketball conversations, truly. I don't be in enough conversations that gas up LaMelo. And if he is overrated, then it's cool. Like, I guess. I mean, people were overrating Trae Young in the second year. I guess. But, yeah, time will come. You know what I'm saying? I think the fact that he doesn't get to the free throw line enough is the problem. I don't think that means he's not a good free throw shooter. He could probably shoot like 85% from the line. And, you know, this is what, his second year? Still has time. Not to say that, you know, you didn't say that, but if he's overrated, yeah, it's a week. It's a week overrated.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Of the 5, I'd give him 2, maybe 3. I'd give him Turner. I can't give him John. I was about to give him John. I really can't give him John. I'd give him Wiggs. I might give him Sabonis, and then the other 2, I just think reach. Ain't nobody talking about John Collins, and people talk about LaMelo one day. They ain't really gassing LaMelo too crazy right now. At least I don't know. Comment section. If we spin that bullshit, comment below. But I don't hear a lot of LaMelo crazy praise right now.
Listen, bro, if you want to see another video from Honey Mustard, go check it right here, bro. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.